Here we go. This one's clearly what Lloyd has been waiting for.
Yes.
Malcolm in California is bringing new evidence for God. Bring it, Malcolm. How you doing?
Very good. So,
Malcolm, thank you so much for calling, because I was saying earlier that I feel as though this is the show out of 20 plus years of the Atheist Experience where God will finally be proven. And when you spoke to the screeners, you said that you have new evidence for God. So I want to hear it.
Yeah, I do have new evidence, but I want to say that it is only possible to prove it wrong or to prove it true because of its natural existence, and it's not a supernatural explanation. So
you're not filling me with
I could only bring forth so much evidence. Sorry, what was that?
You're not filling me with confidence, but what is your new evidence?
Well, I have evidence that a species that looks like an eel or a snake in the present or some point in history is the meaning behind God in all the religions.
So there's a species that either looks like a snake now or looked like a snake at some point in the past, and that species is the meaning behind God? That sentence doesn't make any sense to me.
It's because of the languages. Many different languages have a pronunciation of God or angel that compared to the pronunciation of snake or eel in the same
language
that you're pronouncing pronunciation.
What language are you choosing as your standard for interpreting these things?
Well, I have I've been using the older languages. So
go on, please tell me. I didn't know that you were a linguistic expert, and that sort of thing fascinates me. So which older languages have you consulted to arrive at this revelation that eels or snakes carry a hint at the meaning of God?
Well, if you look at, say, Latin, for example, you'll see that the Latin word for snake is phonetically similar to the pronunciation of angel in Latin. And the same thing goes with Allah and Alanquilisi or in Arabic. So
are you familiar with pattern seeking, Malcolm?
Am I familiar with what?
With pattern seeking. It's something that humans have been doing from our earliest beginnings. Oh, look, there's a pattern in the seasons. There's a pattern. When we hear thunder, usually we can expect lightning. So if you hear anything that sounds like thunder, I'm going to be terrified and I'm going to run and I'm going to shelter. That's pattern seeking. And we still have it. We still use it. But unfortunately, we sometimes deploy it to arrive at false positives. So that's where lots of conspiracy theories come from. Oh, I identify with this issue, this explanation, because there seems to be some kind of correlation. Correlation does not equal causation. So just because you're seeing something that appears to line up with the meanings of words or with the arrangements of letters, that doesn't get you to God.
I know the languages do not tell a story, but they do lead to. But the languages do lead to other religions' stories.
So I'm confused right here. You're saying that the Latin word for snake is. You're saying the Latin word for snake is phonetically similar to the Latin word for angel. I don't know. That is true. Although there are many Latin words for snake, not just anguis, but serpens and colliber and draco and vipera and jackalus. All of those, which a quick Google search turned up. I'm not going to claim or pretend to be a Latin expert, but each of those sound like something else. So how does a word in one ancient language, which sounds a little bit or has some phonetic similarity to another word in that language, what the hell does that have to do with a God?
Well, it does have to do with gods and other religions, right? Like, or say, there's a serpent in other religions besides the Bible, other Abrahamic beliefs.
Honest, this is a serious question. This is a serious question, Malcolm. Do you? I'm trying to find out your sincerity. I'm dignifying you as being someone who must be fairly serious and must take these sorts of things seriously. Do you honestly believe that the evidence for God can be found in the arrangements of letters in the Latin word for snake? Is that what you are seriously saying, or are you just throwing it out there to see if you'll get a reaction?
Oh no, it's not going to bring forth any proof. It's just actual.
Well, you said you had new evidence, and you're already climbing down from that and saying, "Oh, it's not really any proof." So where are you going with this?
What I'm going with it is that this is actually something that would be. This would, if there was no religions or no stories or anything to be told about God, and we just lost all the knowledge of that, but we still had the word God, and we had all our other words, and we could just still speak. This would be the.
Sorry, I dropped him. Okay. I didn't even know you could do that, Lloyd, but thank you, because somebody's going to be like, "Oh, Matt was too quick to hang up." Lloyd hung up on him.
I claim that one.